Now, guys, I don't want to scare anyone because that's something we don't usually do here at Fort Fritz. But have any of you ever heard of a Dybbok box?
No.
A what?
A Dybbok box. It's not good.
Divot? Like golf?
Dybbok.
How do you spell
Dybbok. D-Y-B-B-U-K. Or D-I-B-B-U-K. Dybbok. Dybbok.
So, what Dybbok? What does that mean? What language is that?
Exactly.
It's actually, it's Hebrew.
Really?
Hebrew.
Wow.
Yes. Now, let me hip you to the Dybbok. Now, a Dybbok is from Jewish folklore. It is believed to be spirits of the dead who can take possession of a living person. Now, some believe that they are once human, but now are either ghosts in limbo, or have maybe even converted to become completely demonic. So they've lost all humanity.
So the name Dybbok is the name of these
It's
wandering demons.
Right, of these demons or these lost spirits.
Do they choose to possess this box or become this box right now? What does the box have to do with anything?
Now, the word Dybbok translates to cling or attachment in Hebrew. And most stories involve a spirit or a demon attaching themselves to either a person, a place, or an object. Such as maybe that freaking box right there.
Like a spooky box.
Now, some believe they are here to punish Jews who have let their faith lapse.
Oh.
It is said that those who are doubtful about Moses crossing the Red Sea or have a sloppily made mezuzah, seriously,
No, that's
have a sloppily made mezuzah are practically inviting a Dybbok into their lives.
now the mezuzah is the parchment, right? That they put in the doorways.
It's a prayer inside of a little container. Yeah, it's
Yes.
posted on the lintel of the house.
And you have to have really good handwriting when you write it out.
It's super tiny.
Yeah, it's sealed, and you're
It's
never
super
ever supposed to
tiny.
open it. It's a prayer inside of there.
Yeah.
Hanging with Jews and see their mezuzahs, hippity boppity dude. Now, one of the most famous modern stories of a Dybbok involves a wine box purchased at an estate sale in Oregon. I'd say Oregon, not Oregon. In 2003 by Kevin Mannis. That wine box is now known as the Dybbok Box.
The Kevin. Oh.
Yeah. It's, there's Kevin boxes out there, but they're not nearly as scary. You know, they just were owned by a guy named Kevin.
And it's called
Kevin,
the Dybbok
Kevin.
Box?
Dybbok Box.
He keeps his old receipts in there, for tax time.
Yeah,
The Kevin box.
The Kevin box. Now, Kevin purchased the box from an estate of a woman who died at the age of 103.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
A granddaughter of the woman told him that her grandmother survived Nazi concentration camps in World War II. She survived by escaping and fleeing to Spain, where she acquired the box, which was one of only 3 items she brought with her when she immigrated to the U.S.
That's okay. So there's something very significant about this box.
Very important.
About this box.
Now, after Kevin bought the box, another granddaughter saw him and said, "Oh, I see you bought the Dybbok box."
What did he say when she said that?
He asked her what that meant,
Yeah.
because that would be what anyone would say. Now, she said that's how her grandmother always referred to the box.
The Dybbok box?
The Dybbok box. She always kept it shut and on an out-of-reach shelf. When she asked her grandmother what was in the box, her grandmother would spit through her fingers 3 times and say it was a Dybbok,
Poi, poi, poi.
and that the box must never, ever be opened.
Did they ask her, like, Grandma,
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box, Grandma?
Now, she also said that her grandmother wanted to be buried with the box, but that went against Jewish Orthodox rules. And so that's why the box is still in the family after her death. Hearing this, Mannis offered to return it.
Okay.
But the woman became very insistent, saying, no, you bought it. and when Push began to yell, saying that they didn't want it, even starting to cry and yell, you made a deal! You made a deal!
Whoa.
Wow.
That's really frightening.
Yeah, so at this point, the guy should realize that there's something wrong with the box. But as you can tell, as the story goes on, this guy's not the brightest.
Okay, so Kevin Mannis bought it, or
Yeah, he
Kevin
bought
Mannis
it.
sold it?
No, he bought it. He bought it at a estate sale.
Kevin Mannis was trying to give it back to the family.
He said once he heard that it was the story, he's like, here, yeah, it seems like a family heirloom. Let me get it back. I even give you the money back. They're like, no. You bought it. You keep it. Bye-bye.
Wow.
So at the time, Kevin owned a furniture refinishing business.
Okay.
And he planned to refurbish the cabinet and give it to his mother as a gift. He took it to a store and put it in the workshop basement, locked the door, and went to run errands. About a half an hour later, he got a phone call from the salesperson watching the store for him. She was hysterical and screaming that someone was in the workshop breaking glass and swearing.
Oh my God.
Also,
grandmother.
Also, she said that someone had locked the security gate from outside and the emergency door as well. So she was trapped inside with something smashing glass and swearing in the basement.
The dad from the Christmas Story.
You damn you bumpuses! Not a finger!
Not a finger is my favorite.
Don't get them wet.
That's the Gremlins.
Did the box say Fragile on it?
Yeah. No, it said Manzia.
He tried to tell her to call the police, but right before he could say the words, the battery on his phone died.
Of course.
Of course.
Nice.
So he immediately rushed back to the store to find out that indeed the gates were locked. So he let himself in and found that the salesperson was on the floor in the corner of the office crying. He quickly went to the basement where he was hit by the overpowering smell of cat urine.
Ooh.
He had no cats. There were never any cats around. There were no cats involved in the store at all.
That's a very specific smell,
It's
too.
a very specific smell.
It's like ammonia.
Yeah, and more. It's ammonia plus.
Clings, it stays.
It gets
It's
right
really
in
hard to get
there.
rid of.
Yeah.
And then when you smell it really bad, everything you smell, you think has it.
Yes.
Like when you smell cat pee, somewhere like, wait, is it this? Is it that? It just gets in you.
It stays in your nose.
It stays. Now, the lights didn't work because, as he discovered, all the bulbs had been smashed in their sockets. And 2 10-foot fluorescent tubes were shattered on the ground.
But that's just good old-fashioned fun. And you're living unless you've done that once.
Absolutely.
Throw a big fluorescent tube out and watch it just shatter. This is really great.
Also, lightsaber ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, once you smash him, you want to breathe in as much as
much
possible.
as you can.
Get all that delicious mercury. It's
All
so
right, the
good.
attorney is calling again. Please stop. He says, please do. Wait, let me go back. Everything Man Daddy is saying, don't do.
As pretty much always. That's the standard protocol.
Standing order for that.
And
Read
a
the text. You
disclaimer.
guys can see it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Larry.
Now, he went back upstairs to talk to the salesperson, but she had already left. And she never returned to work again.
Ooh.
Wonder why,
What a pansy.
right?
Yeah.
Wimp.
Now, finally, Kevin decided to get to work on the cabinet. Inside, once he finally opened it for the first time, he found
What do you see?
a 1928 U.S. wheat penny.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The wheat, when they had the
Oh,
the
yeah.
grains of wheat
Yes,
on either
that's right.
side.
Yeah.
A 1925 U.S. wheat penny.
Okay.
One small lock of blonde hair
Ooh.
bound with string. One small lock of black/brown hair bound with string. One small granite statue engraved with and gilded with Hebrew letters that he was told later that the letters spell out the word shalom.
What does that mean?
How you doing? What up? I don't know.
Shalom?
All of those things.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, isn't it kind of like
Good,
aloha?
good wishes. Good
Yeah,
wishes.
yeah, so,
Nice.
yeah.
Also was one dried rosebud, one golden wine cup, and one very strange black cast iron candlestick holder with octopus legs.
Like the worst episode of Storage Wars ever.
That last one sounds badass, though.
Right. It's definitely
That
a
has Shades of
Lovecraftian-
Cthulhu. Yeah, Shades of
Lovecraft-
Cthulhu in that one. Now, he cleaned the cabinet, rubbed some lemon oil on it, and planned to still give it to his mom for her birthday.
Aww.
This is like a regifting, like a spooky ass interdimensional regifting. Like, don't give us back the box. You know what? I'm gonna give this box to my mom.
I'm going to give this to
I
the
didn't
person
pay-
who
right.
she's the light of my life.
This is gonna be a long time before I can get back to Target. Like, I got this here.
Here, Mom, you earned it.
Thank you for the 2 wheat pennies, the 2 locks of hair, the statue with the Hebrew letters of shalom, and the dried rosebud. Ah, you nailed me. Thank you. This is perfect.
Who told you? Finally, his mom came to the store one day, where he presented her with the cabinet.
She had to come get the present. Who is this dude?
He's one lazy
Who
ass.
is this dude?
Somebody's a real mama's boy.
I think so.
Yes, Mom came to the damn store one day to get the cabinet, and he presented her with the cabinet. She seemed to like it, and while she examined it, he had to step outside to make a phone call. While Mom's examining her cabinet that she appears to enjoy, he steps outside to take a phone call. A few minutes later, while outside, his employees run outside and say that there's something wrong with Mom.
Oh.
So he runs back inside and he finds his mom sitting in a chair next to the box. Her face has no expression, but tears were streaming down her face. No matter how hard they tried, she wouldn't or couldn't respond.
Whoa.
It turns out that she had a stroke.
Oh.
And she was taken to the hospital where she lost the ability to speak and form words. It came back, but after years of therapy. Now, during this time, she was able to communicate through pointing at letters on a piece of paper. When asked how she was doing a few days later, she teared up and pointed out the letters N-O-G-I-F-T. No gift.
She really didn't like that present, huh?
He thought that she had forgot that he had in fact given her a gift and reminded her, no, I actually gave you a gift. Then she shook her head, became more upset, and pointed at the letters H-A-T-E-G-I-F-T. Hate gift. Hate gift.
Really didn't like it.
Okay, so she was saying, this was no gift.
No gift. No gift.
I hate this gift. Oh, that's spooky as fuck.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Is
Oh,
that
my God.
Kevin seemed to still not put two and two together
He was a dumbass.
and come to understand the sinister nature of the box. So he gave the box to his sister.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God.
She gave it back after a week. She said that she couldn't keep the doors closed and that they kept opening on their own.
I
There
just
were
got-
no springs.
I just got goosebumps.
There were no springs. So then he gave it to his brother,
Why?
who kept it for 3 days. Upon returning it, his brother said it smelled like jasmine flowers,
Ooh.
while his
That's
wife
nice.
insisted it reeked of cat urine.
There you go. That's the connection.
He eventually... there it is. One or the other. It's one or the other.
Kevin really doesn't like his family much.
Not
does
at
he?
all.
Yeah.
Not even a
Let's
little
test
bit.
this again.
Kevin is perfect. Kevin is like the perfect agent for a horror story. Like he's dumb and he's like unprepared and he's just like he's perfect. Like
He's
he's
this
moving this
vector.
story along for us.
And he totally
wonderfully.
screws over his family.
Right.
Yeah.
Inadvertently.
Now, he eventually sold it to a middle-aged couple, but 3 days later, he found the box at the store's doorstep with a note that read, "This has a bad darkness." And then he took the box home for himself. He started to have a recurring nightmare. In the dream, he is walking with a friend having a conversation, and then he turns to look in the person's eyes, and they change. They turn into what he described as an old, evil, demonic hag.
Ooh.
And then the hag would proceed to beat the crap out of him. Often he would wake up in the middle of the night with bruises and marks where the hag had hit him.
How crazy,
Or
like,
scratched him.
If it's just this, like, ghoul, this, like, zombie ghoul with just the hair going all over the place and just, like, the...
Yeah, just
You would have to
attacking.
hope it would be more ghoulish and monsterish than more like an actual old lady, because if you're getting beat up by an old lady in your dreams every night, that is pretty nightmarish.
Like, he
but
said
like,
demonic,
just
deep sunken
certain amount of
eyes,
shame.
claws, white hair flailing everywhere,
Okay.
just coming at you, all limbs akimbo.
Akimbo.
A month later, his sister, brother, and his brother's wife came and spent the night. The next morning, his sister complained that she had a nightmare that she had had a few times before. She then went on to describe the exact nightmare that Kevin had. The hag, the
Yeah.
beating, the whole thing. His brother and wife both froze in terror as they explained that they had had the exact same dream with the exact same hag and the exact same beatings.
Did they all have that dream while the box was in their possession?
Kevin called his girlfriend to ask if she had any nightmares. And of course, she did. Once again, it was the demonic hag. As they all discussed their experience, it came to light that the timing of the dreams always synced with the presence of the Dybbok box in their homes.
Oh,
Good one.
my
I thought you were
God.
just ignoring me out of spite.
And
course.
with all these possession stories I've done, of course, then it got worse. Kevin started seeing shadowy figures in his peripheral vision. In fact, visitors to his home would see the exact same figures just right out of the line of sight. So he took the box and put it in an outdoor shed.
just burn it, chop it up.
You should. But
No.
No,
just
because you
ruins the
release
world.
it.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Paid
Yes.
too much money for
Why
it.
is
It
it
has
not?
to be
Is Angela
latched.
the only one who knows anything here?
Why
Yeah,
is
it
releasing
has
it
to-
to the world more dangerous than having it concentrated in this box that can easily be
It's
transported
somewhat
around?
contained is why.
Yes, you can
The
actually
needs of the many
Yes.
outweigh the needs of the few.
Thank you.
Spider-Man.
Spot.
Or somebody.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
It was close.
It was Wolverine.
It was close.
I don't watch a lot of
So he took it and he put it in an outdoor shed. That night, he was awoken to a smoke alarm from inside the shed. He went outside and flung open the door, and of course, there was no smoke or fire, just the overwhelming smell of cat urine.
Wait, they had a smoke alarm in a
In the shed. It's a fancy shed.
It's a big outdoor
Fancy.
shed.
That's a
'cause
bougie
he was a
shed.
furniture dealer, so he worked on stuff and he kept it outside as well.
Got it.
And if you have a bunch of wood stuff, that's expensive. You might want a smoke alarm.
Also,
Got
the
it.
jacuzzi in that thing was
Beautiful.
awesome.
Beautiful. Stellar.
Yes.
It had a
Really cool.
horizon.
It was really cool.
And
love
he had a separate
jacuzzis,
jacuzzi
yes.
alarm for when it's jacuzzi time. Like,
Jacuzzi season.
He brought the box inside, and he fell asleep while researching it on the internet, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And he was awoken at 4:30 in the morning when it felt like someone was breathing on his neck. He found that his house now smelt of jasmine flowers, and he saw a huge, shadowy figure lope off down the hallway. So he did what any sane person would do.
but it's Kevin.
He put the box up.
Gotta consider.
Good call. That's awesome. He put the box up for sale on eBay.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was
My
worse
dude
than
Kevin.
anything I could
so
have
he
imagined.
put it up
My
on
dude
eBay
Kevin.
with the whole story. He put the whole story, letting
All right.
everyone know, and of course,
know
idiots clamored for it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
people are into that.
It
for
sold
sure.
for $1,100.
That's it.
Oh.
Now, it changed hands several times since, with each person having unpleasant side effects. One man says he developed health problems, including hives, coughing up blood, and, quote, head-to-toe welts.
Oh, man.
Now, he consulted several rabbis and had the box resealed. And now it belongs to Zach Braggins of Ghost Adventures to display in his museum.
Follow him on
Zach
Twitter.
Braggins again! That's
Once
twice.
again. So he's got the Dybbok box at this point.
Zach Braggin, contact us immediately.
What was the house he bought? That house that...
Yeah, it was
the
the
last story.
oh,
a
man,
few
we gotta
weeks
look that
ago.
up.
Oh, Zach Braggins.
So,
You rascal.
no matter how innocuous a box or cabinet looks, it could contain something much, much more sinister.
That's awesome. That's crazy.